tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a young, fit, sane bi guy looking for anything, as long as you're down for ass play. I really want to sneak some... I really want to... I really want to...
Oh my god!
Slow
beef is lost. We lost slow beef.
I really want to sneak some fun in the convention center. Pick for pick, put your favorite book in the subject line for a response.
The minute he said, I'm up for anything, as long as it's ass play, I banged the wall next to me to try to keep it away, and I hit the fucking picture here.
I'd like to tell you a little more about myself. 21-year-old looking to suck a fat dick, in town for PAX. Prefer to suck a fellow PAX attendee. My mouth will be available all weekend. Wink. Hit me up if you want your cock worshipped and load swallowed. People found that review helpful.
They call me King Cock.
And just another personal anecdote. At PAX on Sunday, have dreams of threesome. Maybe we can meet up and get kinky. HMU with a pic and I'll send you mine. Can't wait to hear from you. What's HMU?
Hit me up.
Hit me up.
Not you go.
Kids nowadays. Hey, let's be honest. I'm looking for fun. I'm an exhibitor, and I would love to enjoy my nights. I can go to your hotel, or you can come here. I'm into all types of girls. WITE+, not a wreck. I like freaks, lol. Let's have fun. Then he lists the area code of his phone number. Selfie would be nice. First 3 digits of phone number, but not needed. Let's talk first. Rest of his phone number. I'm into fun stuff. I'm into fun stuff. So text me. I'm 22. Your pics for mine.
Can we call him?
Yes.
Get him in on the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's the fist face! Look at that! Oh. That's the... Can we put this face as the logo for the podcast?
That's the new Retsutalk logo.
That is the goatee of an angel.
I apologize for the visual humor there, but there's a very there's a picture.
Very picture.
There's a picture. In town for a convention. I want to ravish someone before I go home. I'd be interested in meeting you for a meal at some point this weekend, making you feel wanted and genuinely listening to what you have to say. I'm not cruel, and I'm not here to use you. Let's use each other for a night of passionate lovemaking before parting ways. It will be special, just you and I. Drug and disease-free. I'm a big husky guy, and I've never left a woman or man dissatisfied. I am an insatiable lover, and unfortunately, it's very difficult to make me orgasm, but the plus side is I last forever in bed.
Oh, nice.
I cannot host, as I am sharing a hotel room with personal friends. I don't care what body type you have, I will make you feel beautiful you are. Please be disease-free, but I am 420 friendly.
Nice.
So on that optimistic note, welcome to Retsutalk episode 59. 59, PAX Day recap Saturday edition. We have 12 people strong tonight. I am Craigslist connoisseur Diabetus. And then?
I am your compatriot Craigslist connoisseur slowbeef. And with us we have?
Rick, the new Something Awful member.
That's he was on the podcast last night, that's correct.
I'm Psychedelic Eyeball.
Yay! You don't get one.
Your Japanese correspondent at Drasticactions.
I'm Zellus.
I'm Next900, and I'll be developing a Beaten Fuck Kingdom PAX adventure.
which will be starting in this room right after.
I'm Kabanaw.
I am an expert Payday 2 player, the voice of dog.
I'm just some fucking guy.
I'm TurboC.
I'm Paul Ragny. I'm just making sure Psych is getting go home safe.
He's the babysitter. So our Saturday is complete. Busiest day so far of the 2. Good sample size to draw from.
I think so, definitely.
So where do we start? I know we all have our own little stories to share of the day's unveilings.
Well,
as is tradition with us, we did go to John's panel today. That was the afternoon. That was kind of the
that's the highlight.
That was what brought us all together. We'll get to that a bit later.
Yeah.
But
I got an idea. Do you want to do? Let's just do like a show of hands thing and say who has a story from PAX
That's
today.
a good idea. Show of hands. Anyone have anything they want to say? Mr. Ragny?
I just have a small one. I played a game that was called Nuclear Throne from the developer Blindfolded. And they had a thing like, if you beat level 3-3, everyone looking at you get the game, and you get the game too. And I got to 3-3, and the game crashed. So they gave me a Steam code anyway.
They must have built that in.
We need the game when we get this far.
Anyone else?
If succeed, then crash.
Mr. Slowbeef?
Hi. I forgot my story. I went to the damn classic console room, or another shot at a challenge coin. The game was The Adventures of Bayou Billy. I got the high score, and fucking Steven, Mr. Bayou Billy expert,
Not
wrote,
Steven.
Yes.
Steven?
That's Steven?
That's Steven.
Fuck that
Wrote the
guy.
game fac on it, and was getting so mad at me because I was trying to like strategize. I'm like, I think to get the most points, you have to kill the alligators because they give you 1,000. He's like, no, they give you 800. I'm like, all right, Steven, use fucking me.
Bayou Steven, they call him.
I beat Steven's score by 250 just to fuck with him, and when I came back, that asshole doubled it.
Oh.
You know he was fighting crocodiles, though.
Yes, he's fine.
So you're once again without a challenge coin.
Right. And then after he won the challenge coin, he kept talking to me about Bayou Billy, and it's like, the moment's passed. I don't care about Bayou Billy. No one does. I want the challenge coin. That's my story for
It's a horrible Saturday for you.
Absolutely. All right.
Yeah, but don't worry, Slowbeef. There's still 1 day left for a challenge coin.
No, it's gone. The dream's dead. And then like from 5 to midnight, they had a Tetris challenge, which was like level 9, 5 or whatever. Excuse me, height 5. And you have to get the highest score. This one kid in front of me played like 80 rounds in a row without like giving the controller to anybody else. And it turned out he already had the high score. Fuck PAX. We call it. Those are my
Anyone
stories.
else?
Anyone else? You have a story?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes. Oh, what? Oh, we got one.
Oh yeah,
Forget me.
I think I found out probably the best game that was on show for the entire PAX show. The game is called Soda Drinker Pro Hand. Yeah, that's pretty much what the entire game is about. It's a game about drinking soda.
There's hundreds and hundreds of levels of drinking soda.
Yeah. There's like over 200 levels where you have unique situations where you can drink soda. In the sewers, on the moon, and a car driving perpetually on one little tiny circle at 100 miles per hour.
Do they have a PAX exclusive Mountain Dew skin?
That's gonna be for the Xbox One release. Because apparently it's gonna have Oculus Rift support too.
Oh god, I love the Oculus Rift.
So bad.
There was also an Oculus Rift hamster ball. You were right.
Yeah, I
That
noticed
looked
this
amazing. I
walking
didn't really get
across
too
the
close to it.
sky bridge. There was this giant hamster ball, and I looked closer, and there was a person with an Oculus Rift inside.
They were just suspended in the center, and they were looking around like they were in like a, I don't know, some sort of spacewalk.
And
they had
I
a-
still
like a
need to
walker
find
in
out what
there.
that is.
Like it was on wheels, and you hold onto it or whatever, and you walk around with it.
You know, I'll tell you what it is. If you have the Oculus Rift demo and you play one of those sexy anime games, you get put in the hamster ball. It's like PAX Prison. It's the thing.
Sexy anime prison.
Sexy anime prison, that's right.
Read that on
Like,
Craigslist.
that ball was nowhere near large enough for the people they would need to put in there.
It started clear and it got whiter as the day went on.
Yeah.
Oh, the Craigslist encounter's fine. That's too far, though. We're talking about real people fucking here. God, what else we got? Oh, I'd like to plug something. The new official Retsutalk plugged game, which I got paid a lot of money to plug.
Mhm.
No, I'm kidding. No, but what are their names? Cowbox and Panzer, you know, and Delicious Bees also are part of No Goblin Studios. Those are SA Forum goons, and they made a game called Roundabout, which was very cool.
Yeah, we had the opportunity to play it today.
Yeah, you play in it's like Crazy Taxi. There's like a limousine that spins, and the idea is like you have to take people, and they have like FMV things of your passengers, which are like kind of ironic and funny. Psych is the villain in the game.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Metabot plays a skeleton you can find.
Right.
So there's all sorts of different voices. Please check that game out and get it Steam greenlit.
Yeah.
Roundaboutgame.com.
Roundaboutgame.com.
.com.
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 And they were very cool people.
Mhm.
so we got to meet Panzer and
Slowbeef did like buying out the club.
Yeah, like he just was buying copies and just throwing the cards everywhere, all over the 2K games.
I bought like 3 and gave them out. That's it. It's like, and they were $1,000 a piece. That was like $10, so whatever, you know.
My pre-order got my fucking autograph on it!
like every time we went back there, like somebody else would tell us the story of Slowbeef and how he bought so many games for the people.
This is how mythology started.
It was like
yeah,
your
my
uncle's
PAX says
fish
he's
that
gonna
gets
have
bigger
bought
every
something
time.
like 1,000 copies of Roundabout.
So, how many people did you get recognize you? Just like pick you out of a crowd and just come up to you today? I want to say
One.
at least half a dozen.
Half dozen. 6.
And it was me.
And it was him. No.
I did.
You did, that's right.
Yeah.
KFJ totally did. Good story.
Good story.
There's nothing good in all those
Boring
people you
PAX
met?
ever. I don't know.
No, what do you call it? Yeah, no, it's crazy. We had a lot of people come up and say hi and get photos and signatures, and it's like this big celebrity sham thing we're doing where fucking no one is still working somehow. So
Yeah, tell me about it. I mean, I've had a bunch of people today just saying, "Excuse me, are you Psychedelic Eyeball? I recognize you because of your voice." It's like people never saw me before and they could recognize me. It's like, what the fuck?
It's almost like you have a voice that's
I thought it was the hands, personally. Very, yeah.
What are you talking about?
we call it. When we were in line for Proton John's panel, we met. It was funny because there was this kid, and you know, he was having the time of his life. This was the ultimate thing for him. He met a group called, I think it was like Brain Scratch.
Brain Scratch comms.
Brain Scratch comms.
Commentaries?
Commentaries.
Yeah.
It's
Commentaries.
Like a thing that's like a naming convention.
Comms is like cash for commentary.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Comms.
big thing.
Oh, I didn't know. Wow. And I'm not. My pulse. My finger's not on that pulse. Damn it.
YouTube.com. Look it up.
Oh wow. I think I should.
Alright. What's that?
So like, and there was this kid asking them like questions, and he was just like, "I just have one more question. I just have one more question. I just have one more question."
Was that the dude who was shouting really loud?
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, that guy.
I thought he was shouting at you because you were right there.
I felt a little bad because I screwed with them a little. Because then, like, at one point, I was talking to them, I'm like, "Oh, you guys are on YouTube?" And like, "Yeah, we're Brain Scratch." I was like, "Oh, yeah, we have a channel. We're called retsupurae." And he's like, "Hey, I like you guys." And they're like, "Hey, cool, whatever." And then the kid's like, "I have one more question." And I go
For
like,
them, go away.
yeah, I go like, "Hey, can I answer it with them?" As a joke, and he goes, "No." Like, okay, man.
That guy did this amazing thing with his voice where it sounded like he was talking over a speaker.
It
may have just been the acoustics in the room or something. But
He wasn't even that far away. He was like 3 people away. It was amazing.
And at one point, he suddenly had a Mega Man hat on.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
It's like, alright, let's get serious about my questions.
But he was asking a Mega Man question too. It was like he needed to wear the hat to ask the question.
Now, if you remember this little indie gem, perhaps we'll do a
at
commentary of
PAX.
it.
It's gaming can whatever.
This isn't the pigeon guy, is it?
No, Pigeon Guy was a different guy. There was a guy with like a dead pigeon or something as a
Yeah.
prop.
Yeah, there was a
He
guy.
found it outside.
There was a guy we met who was doing some like Proto Man cosplay. He had like a helmet, and a little shield thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so somebody came up to him with like this plush pigeon and was like tapping him and scrutinizing his costume over the most like stupid shit.
Proto Man doesn't have a Gatling gun, he has a
Yeah,
cannon.
exactly. Yeah.
What the fuck, man? People are crazy.
That person was also very loud during Proton John's panel.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They were,
Should we
no,
talk?
I was just saying that they
Yeah.
were loud and annoying.
Should we?
How dare you
All
mention
of Proton
Proton
John's
John.
fans.
Including all of us.
Including all of us, right? Should we get into Proton John's panel?
Yeah,
or is
why
it
not?
more
Yeah,
of a-
sure.
Well, we talked about the line. So,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
about half the
Might as
panel.
well.
Yeah, I mean, I went there something like an hour and a half before it started, and there already was quite a huge line already.
Oh, yeah. it was
This year
nuts.
they were presented by Polaris, which I think is the first time that's happened. Unless
What's
it's
Polaris, by the way?
Polaris is a YouTube partner network.
Okay.
Yeah, they're one of the bigger ones. There, I think technically Machinima is the biggest, and then Polaris is right under them. They used to be the Game Station,
And then Family Matters right below that.
Yeah,
and then Family
exactly,
Matters,
yeah.
exactly, yes. And then Full Screen, the best. What was I gonna say? So,
They streamed it this time,
They
the
streamed
first
it
time
this
to
time.
Twitch. They had like all kinds of sophisticated equipment, which did not work for about the first 20 minutes of the panel.
yeah. So they did that, right. And so if you haven't been to Throw Controllers, we talked about it, so I won't give the full summary, but the idea is it's kind of like Nick Arcade's little game show. You're given cards with a 3-digit number on them, and the idea is...
And I see you kept yours for posterity.
I did. Proton John, Chugga, and Nintendo Capri Sun yell out the numbers. You go up, you answer video game trivia, you play games against contestants, da-da-da. You get a high score, you win some big prize.
And oddly enough, like 3 people from our group here who picked numbers were selected to participate.
The strangest thing. Yeah.
It started with...
They were the only 3 contestants that knew how to play video games.
Well, first, and then we can...
Well, before we get into that, can I just bring up contestant number 2, who I will not tell you his YouTube channel, because he gets up there and he goes, and he's like, my name is da-da-da-da, right? And they're like, hey, and he goes, and they're like, hey, nice to meet you. And he goes, and my YouTube channel is whatever. And then he's like, so everybody subscribe or something. And then he fucking hands Chugga Conroy a business card.
Oh, yeah.
Of his Let's Play channel.
Oh, wait. I didn't,
so it's just like a
didn't
cut-off
catch
piece
that.
of
I thought
paper.
it was like, hey, contact me for, I don't know, PR
Oh,
shit.
I texted John about this. The guy has a fucking QR code that if you scan it, subscribes to his channel.
Brilliant! Are you kidding me?
Wow.
And so he had to play Sonic the Hedgehog was his challenge, and the challenge was to get the Chaos Emerald.
And apparently he had Parkinson's or something.
It was Sonic going at a very moderate pace.
He really the first thing the thing you knew something was wrong was that like he was pressing the jump button, but the rings were too high, and he was jumping under them, and he couldn't figure out to hold the button down longer, which is like in every fucking platformer. But no, not every. All right,
It was a very sad display.
Actually, slow. Okay.
Yeah,
Also,
exactly.
Sonic the Hedgehog, so...
But then at one point he starts ducking and doing the like everybody get down kind of thing, and it's like, dude, just get the fuck out of it.
He thought he had fans in the audience. I guess.
Yes, basically.
He was hamming it up.
Yeah.
Through playing terribly.
He did, because then at the end, when he... Do you mind if I spoil it?
Mhm.
He lost.
Wow, really?
Yeah, he lost, and then he got up and he was all like, you know, doing the crotch chop, and it was, yeah, whatever.
Degeneration X.
I don't know what his deal was. Like, did he not care about the... He was not winning any fans.
Right, yeah.
And then after that were a couple people playing Mario Kart who I'm pretty sure that was their first time playing Mario Kart.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was our first time
I thought the
holding a
controllers had to be
controller.
broken.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
like
what it looked like.
Yeah, because they were just hitting walls and shit, and I was
Well,
like, it looks like a broken
I've never seen a
controller.
crowd of people get so excited when somebody got a red shell.
well,
the island. I was like,
What the
They went about a full minute before hitting a question block and getting... They were doing the
It was like a
battle
full
mode.
2 minutes before they hurt each other
Yeah.
at all.
The guy was swerving around all the item blocks.
Well, what's crazy was he pointed right at a wall, fired the red shell, so it hit nothing.
That happened 3 times.
That's exactly
Yeah,
it.
like-
Like, okay, once I
Like
get
the
you.
wall was inches from the
It
Yeah,
really
and-
felt
and-
like...
Both players
If
did
you
that,
had not
too.
played
Yeah.
Mario Kart Battle, you would think that hitting the wall a lot would make your item fly away from you, because that's what happened every time. Every time they got the red shell, it just flew away because they kept ramming
Like
into
they
a
weren't
wall.
even like trying to like they didn't even see the person on the other side of the wall because of Mode 7 graphics. Like, it was just
Yeah, it was just like they would just point there. Just,
Damn
just
you,
like,
Mode 7.
it was like they were parking. Like, I better fire up my red shell before I leave my car.
Stay with what you know, I mean.
So then, they call number 486, which was the voice of dog.
I don't
So-
know if I want to talk about that.
If you don't, I will.
All right, so I went up there and then I made small talk with John, and then I was feeling pretty good at the time because
You just had like a 40 before you went up, right?
that too.
Yeah.
I did a line of coke, and then and all right, so all the stuff from that point was pretty easy, and I felt like I could play Sonic, I could probably play Mario Kart. Then they asked me an audio question. Great, I love obscure audio shit.
Yeah, the ones before were like the Mass Effect 2
Yeah,
map
and
theme.
I caught the rest of them.
Pretty easy
and then
ones.
It's this. God, I don't even know what it sounded like.
It was like,
heavy metal.
It was like
It was like
techno.
metal.
It was
Yeah.
generic heavy
It
metal.
was
It was like
very
generic
rock.
butt rock.
So I was like,
It was
yeah.
video game music
I was
you
like,
can
okay,
get.
Twisted Metal. And it was Payday 2, which people have been telling me to play on Steam.
Well,
People,
Well, I played Payday 2, I did not recognize the theme.
that makes me feel a bit better, but I did get these sweet Earthbound pins. And while I was up there, I was taking pictures, and I got closer to Chugga Conroy than that little kid did.
Where's Chugga Conroy?
I was close
I
enough
still
to
want him to
touch
sign
him.
my dead pigeon.
I could see his like stubbly chin hair and everything. It was glorious. Actually, I've never watched one of his videos,
Yeah, neither did I.
but it was cool to see John. And to see that he's a real person and not some golden god. Not that
He
I
is though, because the fairy.
Oh yeah, and the freelance astronauts were this too. But and then I think a couple more people went up. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say then after that, I believe then
number
481 was called.
which I couldn't. So then that was my number. So I walk up, and I guess the woman handing out the cards, I guess either knew who I was or something, because she's like, "Really?" And I like showed her the card. Then I walk up, and John sees me, and he's got this like grin on because he thinks I'm just storming the stage. And then I hold up the card, and he's like, "Wait, seriously?" So I get up and I pick number 1, and it's a video game challenge for Afterburner Climax, which I am now, not to spoil it, going to find every copy of and destroy. So I get up there, and John's like, "Hey man, great to see you." We kind of like do the bro hug thing, and then everyone's like, "Aw," and I'm like, "No, it's a bro hug. It doesn't count."
Well, first you introduced yourself.
Oh, that's right. I get up the microphone, and Shugga knew who I was. He's like, "Why don't you introduce yourself?" And I go, "My name's Darkside Phil. How are you?" And when you're up there, you can't really hear any audience reaction or anything. So
yeah, but we were the only ones that laughed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Then there was some like confusion from the rest of us. Like, wait, is really?
Yeah, I heard someone say, "Really?" And I'm like, no, I'm slowbeef or whatever. So,
it's Phil!
I wanted Phil. I love you.
Go fuck yourself, man. This is so fucking stupid.
Yeah, fucking bug battle mechanics.
I felt like
But the way you played Afterburner sure felt like Phil was playing.
Oh! You get the fuck out!
I don't want to be in this hostile environment.
No, it was get 30,000 points in 30 seconds, and I had 25,000, so fuck Afterburner Climax.
I was watching. That was the first time I've seen that game, and I was feeling kind of nauseous.
And by the way, when you're up there too, they're like, "Oh, have a seat," and there's one chair with a fucking ton of controllers on it. It's like, what, on these? Fools? And then I brushed them all away.
Well, at least we know how all the controllers got broken.
Yeah,
that was the only time they were thrown during the panel.
And then I asked Chugga Conroy, like, what's the best plane to pick? He's like, "Oh, I don't know."
John
locking on to any of the stuff. You could lock on, it's like Panzer Dragoon or whatever.
Well, that's information that could have helped me.
You learn that after you play the game and you see your plane like flying along at a very serene pace, locking onto things as they come into view. You're doing like barrel rolls and making me throw up, and
I bet you anything when I did the 2 barrel rolls, someone was doing that damn Star Fox joke in the crowd. Like,
that was pretty safe bet.
I didn't say it though out loud, but I wanted to really badly.
But I just want to say the person after me had to get 15,000 points to Tony Hawk and only got 150. So
he was like 10 years old, so he wasn't born when that game came out.
We didn't have to say that on the podcast. No, I'm sorry.
So first challenge coins.
First
now this. It's nothing but excuses from you.
Oh my god, I am turning into Dark Side. I was gonna leave him alone, shit. Yeah.
So then then one other person. So the freelance astronauts, Saturday is their day to come in.
Yeah.
Most of the guys.
It was only one astronaut.
Yeah. Most of the guys decided to bail on the panel because they got into the line too late. But Maxwell Adams somehow managed to finagle his way in, and then he was the other pick.
482 actually.
482, and 482 ran away with it.
He won it 4 points in a row.
Yeah, he did 2 things. First, he raced Sonic R.
Yeah, which is like, what the hell is Sonic R?
Terrible.
Sonic.
And didn't that same kid who was obsessed with him like scream about it, or
it wasn't the same kid, but
his competitor was wearing a Sonic shirt.
Yeah.
He was
and did terrible.
Really
it was a versus
really
the
pumped
audience challenge, so they would pick someone who was raising their hand in the audience, and this kid next to us gets on his seat, jumping up and down and singing the song from Sonic R at the top of his lungs.
I learned today that people who like Sonic R really like Sonic R. And that's it.
What is there to like in this game?
And
the kid sucked at it.
I was thinking like, oh, Maxwell's probably hasn't played this game.
He fucking laughs at the kid.
Yeah, I mean, he fucking destroyed him.
There was a true Sonic R fan out in the crowd that was apparently just like screaming up at the stage, yelling at how they were playing this game totally wrong.
Well, they were.
They
turned the game on.
Yeah.
Take the stage. That's your first ball.
No, the guy who was playing with him was playing Tails. I wasn't looking at the screen. The other guy, is it Maxwell?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maxwell.
Okay.
Knuckles.
Yeah.
No, this is
Knuckles.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Just like was shitting on the like I
He was just shitting.
Literally on stage.
up there.
It was a really odd.
That's how he won.
Yeah.
If
He
you
was
watch,
like, oh yeah, what's this? Oh yeah, it makes your rings like fly around and.
if you watch that
Suck.
stream and you can explain to anyone what the fuck happened during that race, you'd be one more person.
I
to
mean, it
actually
was a
figure
race,
out.
but the track was
It was
Kinda-
not close. Like
Yeah.
the guy who loved Sonic did not
love Sonic enough.
love Sonic.
No idea
enough.
what he's
Adequately, right?
And
Can I-
Maxwell shit himself to victory.
Can I tell you though the 3 things that went wrong with that panel is the beginning there was a little bit of number 1 there was a little bit of technical issues at the beginning. Took him a couple minutes to get started.
Yeah, I think it took like 20 minutes for the first challenge to be completed, which was identify this DuckTales screenshot.
I could tell because I was
Yeah.
on Twitter at one point, which means that it was not working out quite so well.
Right.
If I'm on Twitter, it means it's taking too long.
Right. The second thing was there was a joke that fell completely flat, which was one of the trivia questions. What they do is they'll ask you the first half of a question, which seems pretty easy, then they'll complete it. Like when Cliff Bleszinski was doing his thing, it's like, who's giving the keynote speaker? And when you say it, he goes, okay, now spell his last name, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And this one is like, what 2 games led to the creation of the ESRB? And this kid's like, I have no idea. And then Proton was like, oh, I was hoping you'd say Mortal Kombat because the question is answer the other one. It's Night Trap. Like, and the third thing that went wrong was Nintendo Capri Sun was involved. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
During the
have a
20-minute
speakable
delay,
microphone,
yeah,
so-
during the 20-minute delay, he did contribute by throwing things in his pocket to the audience.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
onto the floor.
Yeah, so onto the floor.
Very
about
athletic
5
guy.
feet.
He's got a nice arm.
It got maybe halfway to the first row.
Yeah.
He didn't know how physics works.
Yeah, he needs to play back on Worms Armageddon to know how physics work.
Yeah. Or Sonic R.
Rope in Worms is not a good indicator of how physics.
But I don't think that ever stopped him before, no.
So then after that, Maxwell Adams stayed on stage. I'm not quite sure why, but then he played Mario Strikers with another person from the audience.
So that was good though.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah, that was pretty intense, actually.
was
Very
insane.
intense.
He
Yeah, it
didn't
was-
have the ball half the time. Like, he just got it at the very end and just got it.
Damn.
Yeah, it was first to a goal, and then by then time had run out, and then Maxwell Adams won the grand prize.
Yeah.
So he got a 3DS,
3DS XL.
3DS XL,
A
a
bundle
Wolfshirt
3DS
X, yeah,
XL,
3DS.
one of
Yeah.
the two.
Billion games.
Yeah, the special Pokemon X.
Did he
version.
choose the Pokemon one?
Yeah.
He chose the Pokemon.
Yes. Pokemon and Animal Crossing, right?
And he
Yeah.
got
Wise choice
7
that
games.
Pokemon bundle one.
Mhm.
Yes.
He got like 7 games for the 3DS as well.
What's
Including
Pokemon?
Bravely Default and
Whoa.
you know
I really like that one.
There was a Legend of Zelda one.
Nintendo, all the games, Nintendo
Mario
games.
Kart.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Nintendo game
Within
and,
Worlds.
More Nintendo.
Nintendo game 2 and
Nintendo Game 3, the Nintendoing.
It was funny as they were. I was talking to Pipes later. Apparently, after he won, he went up and called the other guys. He's like, "Guys, I won!"
Yeah, he was on the stage.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was
He's
on-
on stage. and-
Oh yeah, that's
Which was
right.
like-
That's why he took his cell phone
he
out.
had his cell phone up to his ear, and his other arm was full of his prize.
So he's like, guess what I'm doing?
John was like, "Oh yeah, find time to have a phone call." He's like,
And
"Yeah,
Chugga
actually,
Conroy
yeah."
just keeps
Pipes
piling
was just like-
more prizes into this pile. And it's
No, and he's barely listening because he's on the phone.
Pipes was like, "We left you alone for 20 minutes, and you did what?"
Meanwhile, John was bewildered that Maxwell Adams came up on stage, and again he was like, really?
Yeah.
You're the Maxwell Adams? Like, that's not just another Maxwell Adams? Because that's like a name that someone can have.
If you're a porn star, maybe.
Oh my god.
See.
That was crazy.
So that was the panel in a nutshell.
Yeah.
I regret not asking Maxwell if I could buy, if I could just give him cash for the XL, because I figured he probably already had.
Actually, he did not have one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I asked him about that. I was like, how
Probably
much
would
of
not
this
have
shit
parted
do you
with
already
it.
have? And he was like, actually, hardly any of it.
Yeah.
Hardly any,
Hardly
just like, 2 or 3.
This will be my 4th 3DS.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I don't have the Pokemon X version, so.
Right, exactly.
Gotta collect them all.
Let's see, we got some breaking news today. There was going to be a PAX South, which is bullshit. PAX South.
How do you pronounce that?
PAX South. PAX South.
Do the clap, hacks out is happening.
That was still me talking.
You're really good at that.
Now let me ask you: when you think
Diabetus.
when you think PAX South, where do you think that would be?
Argentina.
Okay.
Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Puerto
Okay.
Rico.
Puerto Rico. Sure.
Hamden, New Jersey.
Hamden, New Jersey. Excellent guesses all around. San Antonio.
San Antonio?
I mean,
call
if
that
you're
San Antonio.
San Antonio,
San Antonio.
literally the South, but
Where does that
come on. Come
GDC online take place in Texas?
The internet.
Yeah.
I think it
It's
used
online.
Well, I mean, like there was like another GDC. That
I mean, if you're gonna
that takes place.
I remember hearing it like switch back to the same place as the.
if you're gonna have a PAX South, it should be
Oh,
on
yeah,
a
it
farm
is.
in Mississippi.
Yeah.
That's all I'm
It wasn't
saying.
Texas.
Where
They
you
got rid of it.
live.
Alabama. If you have PAX South in Alabama, why not? But yeah, that'll be January apparently for PAX South. So that's my story. I'm sad.
I was trying to hit up
Texas.
a bunch of Let's Play celebrities today because this guy from USA Today wants to talk to a bunch of people about Let's Play and streaming.
Say that one more time.
This guy from Let's Play.
This guy from Let's Play wants to talk to us about USA Today.
This guy from Let's Play.
This guy from the United States of Let's Play wants to talk about Let's Today.
So where exactly are the United States of Let's Play?
Right here, baby. This is the capital.
LParchive.org.
Yeah, Walter is the president of the...
Roundaboutgame.com. No, this guy from USA Today is doing an article on Let's Play. And
Is
because
he actually, though?
Well,
apparently he
Apparently.
is.
specifically, he's risky
like a
on
suit and
SA.
everything.
You think you put on a
Who
nice
wore a
suit
suit?
to
He's doing that
get some
risky.
details about your life?
Yeah.
Write a little expose.
And he wants to meet at a hotel.
It's on Craigslist. I can confirm
casual
that.
Yeah.
What did you say?
A meet and something else. No.
Great.
I was thinking, fuck. We'll just make the joke really obvious.
In the podcast now.
That always makes it fun.
No, but he's like, yeah, I wanted to talk to you and Diabetus about Let's Play stuff, and I'm like, he called you Diabetus, and I'm like, yeah, sure,
I hope
whatever.
everyone does.
He
So,
probably
and,
contacted you over Twitter, so.
yeah, he contacted me over Twitter because that's investigative journalism, and but then like he goes to me. By the way, do you know anyone who does Let's Play for a living? Maybe does streams and is not a douchebag. That's a quote.
Oh, sorry.
And
You held your hand up until the last part, and then you're like, sorry, no.
So I'm like, no, I know, but I like tweeting Northern Lion because I'm like, he's a good guy or whatever, and then like, I'm like, you want to get interviewed by USA Today? And no response, and I'm like, do you want to say hi at some point? And he's like, what's this? And he tweets this like, what's this about? I'm pooping.
Well, did you forward that to the guy to put in the USA Today?
That's the only time anyone uses Twitter.
Yeah. So I knew.
Still pooping.
I knew Jesse Cox.
So, is that going to be the name of his biography? Can you tell I'm pooping?
Is Jesse Cox a Craigslist name?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
No, I know Jesse Cox is at PAX, and I've talked to him once, and I'm like, he does it for a living, he streams. I don't think he's a douchebag, and he wouldn't respond to my tweet, so I contacted Total Biscuit, like, get this fucking guy to call me, and he never did, so Biscuit's useless now.
Total Biscuit have like a Commissioner Gordon style red phone whenever you need to contact him.
I have the Biscuit symbol at the top of the spotlight. So then I'm like, oh duh, Proton John, he's not a douchebag. And
I like how come you had to think about it.
He was your third choice.
yes, he was.
Your bronze medal.
My I contacted him, and so he Chugga Conroy and Nintendo Brew Sun may be interviewed as people who do this for a living, do streaming, and are not douchebags. I hope, because that will ruin my credibility if they are douchebags, fuckers. Let me text him now. Beyond your best behavior. Anyway, so that was crazy. What else do we have?
See, TurboC went to the Giant Bomb panel.
Yeah, I actually just came back from that. It was about 2 hours long, but I only stayed for about an hour. It was pretty good. I really like those guys. They mix comedy and professionalism pretty well. Unlike this group, which is all about professionalism.
Dicks. Sorry.
Yeah, they had some entertaining stuff. For some reason, brought a blow up
Doll.
well, goat, but yeah, I was tossing that around the audience for an hour. Yeah.
They have any? I remember the panel I went to their thing at PAX Prime a couple years ago. They had some like developers come and talk. They have any?
Yeah,
guests?
they were talking to a developer with Sony working on the PlayStation.
Never heard of them.
It's a little out there, but I think you'll catch on to it.
Okay.
Yeah, they had a few people come in for that. I mean, mostly we're talking about the indie games that they went to see, and they're giving some good reviews for Roundabout and all the others that we've checked out.
Oh, good.
Huh.
Very nice.
What's Roundabout?
Roundabout is a game. It's a hybrid of Crazy Taxi and Love. The concept.
Because you see, when a skeleton and a cab driver love each other, Roundabout happens.
Oh my god, is that the villain of Roundabout? Psychedelic Eyeball making a guest appearance?
His name is Ronaldo. He is the ultimate revolving taxi driver.
Probably limousine.
I think
Limousine taxi?
I think now as any is a good time for a brief intermission of an Android review of Sonic 4 Episode 2 of LTE.
Oh god.
Please.
That's the only Sonic game I've not played.
Why?
Let's find out.
Well, yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah.
Here's one.
Alright, this is a review of Sonic 4 Episode 2. I just feel the need to reiterate that.
Okay.
As we grow older, beauty travels from the
Okay,
face
in
to
your review that starts that starts like that. Let's have a seat for a moment.
Son, I'd like to talk to you about Sonic 4.
Episode 2.
You're about to go through some changes that you might not
Start
understand.
The cold shower right now.
You see, one day you will meet a hedgehog that you really love.
And then the fandom will turn you away from him.
No.
No.
Son, I have to tell you, Sonic the Hedgehog is not real.
Aww.
Knuckles, however.
As we grow older, beauty travels from the face to the heart.
I'm learning a lot here.
Appeal turns to charm.
Did Yoda write this?
I don't get this one. Hurts to wisdom. And great moments to shared memories.
Mm-hmm.
The beauty of life is not how happy you are now, but how happier others are because of you, capital Y. And remember, the secret of closeness is concern. The secret of love is sacrifice. The secret of happiness is giving. And the secret of life is God. Don't keep these secrets. Share them. Wishing you the best of everything. Gandang morning.
Gandalf.
People found this really
P.S.
helpful.
Tail sucks.
Oh, no, that's not the end.
Oh,
Gandang morning. Please. 5 stars.
That was from Sonic Soup for the Soul.
The next one.
The Sonic Soul.
Soup for the Sonic Soul.
The next one.
No, I thought that was a review for Bientôt l'été Sonic Edition.
Yeah.
Was that a letter to Sonic?
Dear Sonic.
What should I do?
It somehow got worse than Craigslist. The next one, the subject of the review is okay, and the review is
Okay.
I am not okay.
Oh, that is a plot twist. Go on.
The best, 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 the best.
Of you.
So he is. Sounds like he's pretty okay to me.
2-star, 1-star, what?
So I think he just thought it was okay.
That is 5 stars.
That was written by Dave Grohl.
That's pretty okay.
The best of the okay.
What is wrong with all of these people?
Was that another review?
They like Sonic.
Well, they bought Sonic 4 Episode 2, and then they played it.
And then they wrote a
And then they
review about
wrote words on it, so...
This is alright. This is the last one I'll read, and then we'll go back to stuff. But oh god, I don't even know how to say this. It's like TFF, then a bunch of T's. So
Frustration noise in
comma.
angle brackets.
This is a no vowels review.
This is the subject. So it's that thing, comma. And I am a beautiful day. I have a look at the moment.
Is he the brother of the schedule?
So, Are you sure you're not reading reviews of Sonic.exe now?
I'm reading. It says it right up here. Sonic 4 Episode 2 Light. Oh well.
What? What's that last part?
Light.
What does that mean?
Demo.
That means this is you play level 1 and then you gotta pay for it. I think.
Yeah,
Demo?
yeah, free demo.
Gotta pay fast.
Ooh.
It means it's only 20 calories.
Tuft, and I am a beautiful day. I have a look at the moment. The only thing I have a good idea. I am here is a bit of fun. I have been That's the end of the subject, and now the review.
Okay.
This is a Markov bot.
I just want to keep in mind again. I have been is the end of the subject, now the review.
Sure.
Doubt it. 6. Fudge for and I have to do with a little more than one.
Yeah.
To be honest, I have a good idea to advertise the UK. I have a good idea to advertise the UK. I have a good idea to advertise the UK.
All right,
The UK is not really
Hold
a
on.
sunny place.
I have a good idea to advertise the best of all of your own home and office is in S-Try. Yeah, you're
Thank
right.
you, Sonic eBooks.
So this is a spam email that went to the wrong place.
I guess so,
Sonic
yeah.
ebooks. Yeah.
That was...
Except it's a real ebooks and not a human ebooks.
That was 4 out of 5 stars.
Oh,
I mean, that sounds about right based on the review.
4 is the most random number.
No, that's true, yes. Yeah, so that's another PAX story, actually.
I think it is. Any other tales to regale us with? Anyone? Floor is open.
I have something from last night. I ran the GYCL Pro Yoko event in the classic console room. That turned out pretty alright. Made cookies for everybody.
And they're very delicious cookies.
We had to stand in line twice.
Yeah, because it turns out that even if you have your own cartridge, because they didn't have the Super Nintendo version of Yoshi's Cookie,
And
to
how
bring
dare
it.
they?
Of course, yeah. Like they had the NES version, but who wants that? So turns out you need to wait in line, even if your own cartridge, just so they can keep your name on You have to give them your license just so they know who's using it.
And then you have to forget your license.
Yeah, that happened. But so it turns out you have a pretty short time limit. So even though we had a group of a dozen or so people there for Yoko.
It was 5, whatever.
Well, the second time around it
5
was.
dozen. 5 dozen, yeah.
Yeah, well, that many.
A lot of people watching Yoko, a lot of people
Yeah.
playing Yoko is a pretty good time.
Yeah.
Nice.
We thought it would be bigger,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but we were unsure, and there's...
That's why I have all these goddamn
The
cookies
Yoko
left.
thing has been pretty amazing, actually. The whole movement.
Yeah.
Have you been following this? Because this is pretty...
Very tangentially, yeah.
Yeah, it's... The biggest it ever got was at Awesome Games Done Quick in the bonus stream. We got a surprising amount of support there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And this is sort of a joke, but sort of serious. The people who are really into it are very serious about it.
We should say Yoko, Yoshi's Cookie.
Yoshi's
Yeah.
Cookie, and apparently the Super Nintendo game is canon. I don't know what the deal is
Canon?
with
They
canon.
made a version for the NES, the Game Boy, and the Super Nintendo. Super Nintendo has the most content in it. There's different characters.
Anyway, it's been blowing up, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Well,
As someone who is pretty close to the movement, I
People love
think
Yoshi,
it is.
people love cookies.
because second only to Roundabout,
And esports.
it is probably the best game there is.
Yeah.
Right.
So Roundabout is not very esports. I don't know what you mean when you say something is esports. There is a thing you can say oh, this game is definitely esports.
Let's clarify. Roundabout is not very esports yet.
Oh yeah, well, that's because it doesn't exist.
Right, it's in beta right now.
It's a small issue. Yeah.
Right, but once you get it Steam greenlit,
Mm-hmm.
Which,
And-
by the way, do that.
yeah, do that,
Mhm.
and then get into the fucking YOLO Yoko. If I, you know
Oh,
what
no.
I mean. Oh,
And then it'll ruin everything.
absolutely.
Ricola.
Go one.
Anyway, yeah, Medibot's been making a bot that does it's weird.
A Medibot bot?
Medibot bot.
Yeah.
That does a full clear of the stage, the entire board, which has benefits that you'll never see because you're a human. And it's just crazy. I don't understand the phenomenon, but it's there.
That's awesome.
I think it helped that Medibot was the one interesting person at ADGQ, the only one who actually had something interesting to say while they were playing.
AGDQ, I like it, but it can be kind of like a hit or
Well, it's
miss.
such a thing. You have to like focus so hard on what you're doing. It's hard to really,
Yeah.
No one really
split your
talks while
mind
they
to
play.
Yeah.
But like, and sometimes too, there's stuff that's really not apparent to the average viewer. It's like I was watching someone play Super Ghouls and Ghosts, which I liked a lot, and the main commentator was pretty good about it because he's like, "Oh, I only have like 4 frames to do this. Oh, I can't believe I landed on the torch." And the guy next to him was like, "Oh man, 6 frames, am I right?" With no context, and the guy's like, "Yep." And then it's just like, "No, what?" And
there are some very good people who would be great for LP in the speedrunning community, but they're way too like good at video games.
Right, yeah.
So they dedicate their time and skill to that,
To
and
practice.
then they play at AGDQ and all those things, and it's like
Don't have anything because they didn't practice. Don't they?
yeah, I don't know. They're really good at it. Like the guy who plays Dishonored is amazing.
you know,
And stuff. This is like random games like you would never
Right.
see because they're speedrunners, and that's a totally different.
can I just mention something too? Just
No.
getting back to Bio Billy for a second.
No.
No, the guy next to
Bioability is forbidden.
the guy who won the Bayou Billy thing,
Steven.
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 I took video of this. What he would do is you fight.
Are you gonna post the video?
I don't know if I can because he's got his face in it and all that. But like Steven would fight one guy in Bayou Billy, and he'd be low on health because there's like a random horrible fighting system in it. And after he beat the guy, he would seriously lower his head and do like a deep inhale exhale thing every time. No, it was seriously like.
Well, it worked because he killed your ass.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna say I did beat him after, but yes, he did then.
Did you ever consider doing yoga beforehand?
No, it's a fucking
Or during?
fucking Bayou Billy. Who gives a shit?
He had to
Oh, I do.
Apparently, Steven and you. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had to bless the soul of his fallen enemy.
Yeah, sorry, no, but like, well, that's the thing too, and I know with AGDQ, I watched, and I mentioned this before. Sinister One did a blindfolded run of Mike Tyson's Punch Out, which is like awesome.
Ridiculous.
He got all the way to Mike Tyson, and then apparently
Yeah.
yeah,
He was like, he got like a couple hits on. He's like, I'll be surprised if I can even hit him.
yeah,
And he did, and you're like, what?
yeah, because like Mike Tyson is pretty much like you can't really do it blindfolded because it's like he has one of 4 different timings on the punches he randomly picks on each time,
And the sound doesn't exist for the different types of moves he does.
Yeah, exactly. But the guy after him playing Super Punch Out, like Sinister One was kind of cool about the whole thing, and he was doing this like genuinely amazing thing. The guy after him playing Super Punch Out was so into himself, like his challenge, his odyssey of doing it. Because like at one point he beats Narcissus Prince, it's like, okay, oh my god, I don't know if I can do this, but we're gonna try. And then
Did he have a towel boy?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It was actually a guy rubbing his shoulders and stuff and eating chocolate. But what do you call it? Yeah.
That's a good question.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah. Any other PAX shit?
This was the most boring con I've ever been to. There's not a single awkward or strange moment I've experienced. There was a lot of like weird cosplay, It's like that's not super annoying.
There was that like 45-year-old woman who came up alone to take a picture.
Oh
of you
yeah.
guys.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah, so-
she just said thanks and left.
That's kind of
Yeah.
charming though.
I
it's
guess it was
cool, but,
confusing.
like,
So it was like after the Throne Controllers panel, we went to the side for a little bit and we met some people, and then this just like looked like a mom just by herself. We took a picture with some fan, and then you left, and then mom just came. Hey, can we get? And just that she was gone. Like okay.
Oh, what a
I dare
day.
you take a picture with my mom.
What else happened?
Any-
I did see more Danganronpa cosplay, but I have not gotten a picture
That you
taken.
wore when you.
That I wore. I was.
You kind of wore like a combination of various characters.
I
noticed
was
today.
Peko Pekayama, yes.
No idea what that means.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
For the uneducated, what is that?
Sorry, I was Aoi Asahina. No, I was anime character number 52.
There's
Oh,
no-
Danganronpa?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is
No.
Danganronpa? I've never heard of
I thought about Danganronpa a lot. Danganronpa is the first video game I liked a lot, and then the fan base turned me off. So to the point now, I do not remember what I liked about the first game anymore. It's basically.
Would you have liked it or cared if you were not the mod that had to deal with?
I liked it a lot when it started. It exploded on the forums, and now I'm genuinely turned off by it. It's a shame. It's a cool game, though, I thought, at the time. Now it's still cool.
It's like Ace Attorney, but with anime.
It's basically it's very self-aware though. It's like not like anime where it's annoying. It's like kind of like interesting that way. But yes, it's like a dark version of Ace Attorney more or less.
And a dismay.
Whoa! Hey.
What's up? Drop my phone.
Damn. We also ended up playing a couple games in Classic Console. We played Tony Hawk.
We played Anticipation, and Slowbeef and Diabetus had everything memorized.
How many times did you finish Anticipation, Diabetus?
Played it every PAX.
Did you perhaps anticipate everything that was going to happen?
That's the idea.
Sorry.
I'll be doing that at Awesome Games Done Quick next year. So, Blindfolded. Right
Yeah.
that. I have the sound cues memorized, so makes it pretty easy.
Yeah, and then excuse me. So like John was maybe gonna come, but he is apparently he is on 5 hours of sleep because he basically is somehow the workhorse of the panel, more or less.
Right.
Chugga Connor is the color commentator. Nintendo Capri Sun paid
throws things out of his pocket.
Throws things almost to the audience.
Muscle.
He gestured. He did gesture wildly at some point, and everyone applauded.
Yes, well, that's true. Yes.
I could not understand one word he was saying.
No, his mic was a little...
He has some pretty wacky antics up there.
I thought he had an accent, and then it was his mic.
Honestly, I didn't even know which one of the bunch he was.
I met Zoe Quinzel, that game designer, which is kind of neat. She was really cool. I learned about her FMV game project, but I'm sworn to secrecy on it, except...
It's Danganronpa.
It's Danganronpa. But she's also planning to do some kind of like project with like game designers and let's players and stuff, and asked me if Psychedelic Eyeball was interested, and I said yes. I've been like a let's play agent this trip. It's really weird. Anyway,
I'd like to sign you, by the way.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Speaking of which, I went to the Rooster Teeth booth and I met with Michael and Ray, and they're like, I was like, oh, I'm a friend of Diabetus and Slowbeef. And they're like, oh, if you see him, can you pass this message along? And I was like, we want to meet you guys. And I was like, okay, I'll tell them.
Oh yeah, that's right. And
Oh yeah, forgot to.
Yeah, we went to the Rooster Teeth booth.
We did get to meet them very, very briefly.
Yeah,
they were very busy signing. Shit for
Ray was like, I looked at the side of it and I'm like, yo, dude, it's Slowbeef, because I couldn't think of anything else. And he was like, oh my gosh, and he came over and we took a picture and stuff. And then later on, yeah, like. Because you're all shy.
No, the thing is, I'm not an asshole.
No. Bullshit.
No, he was signing shit. You just come over like, hey, Michael, get over!
I don't believe I said it like that.
No, you did.
All right, whatever. No, but like,
you
gotta be a little assertive in life. Yeah. It's like you only live once. There's only one PAX 2014.
You heard it here first.
I come from a polite place, Slowbeef.
Yeah, but yeah.
We are respectful of other people's time.
Yeah, Beatus, you texted me like, oh, there's a big line. I don't know if we'll get there. And I get there, it's like, yo, Mike, look, it's us. Hey, hi. And he's like, dude. And then we were gonna meet there, and then he gave me like 4 shirts, and I gave away 2 of them, and I threw the other 2 off the balcony. No, what do you call it?
Some homeless child is now wearing.
You signed a copy of Ernest Evans.
We did sign a copy of Ernest Evans.
And also a copy of the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Wait, how do other people remember more about our day than we do?
You should drink more Red Bull.
Yeah. I've had 2 while I've been here.
Signed some of the Dark Souls manual or the little inset thing.
Yeah. What did you put on it?
The real signature starts here.
Oh god, I put praise the fun, LOL. I think we know who won that one.
I think we do.
You might be the first person to ever think of that, because Dark Souls fun, it's like...
If you're being sarcastic, you don't have to be in this podcast.
Yoshi, I just leave right now.
I'll just edit out that Yoshi's cookie shit till like, oh man, the whole roundabout. Roundaboutgame.com.
Coming soon to lprarchive.org.
Roundaboutarchive.net.
Yeah, and then we talked a lot about Metal Gear and took a couple cabs home.
I walked.
You walked?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look who's Mr. Fit and Nimble.
Yeah, what's up?
Mm-hmm.
My blood sugar dropped a lot and I got sick.
I got this local man to take me on the train.
Whoa. Good job, Kabanaw.
Nice.
Thanks for bringing the guy to it.
No problem.
I just winked at you.
Did you meet through Craigslist?
I had to take a bus and 2 trains to get here. So
Apparently, Cowbox had some real trouble on the T because just got stuck in a tunnel or
oh
something.
yeah, the train is called the T here. I don't know why they just like drop the rest of the letters.
Boston Tea Party.
So apparently not the best mode of transportation. Apparently it has a lot of problems.
Oh, it has lots of problems.
Okay.
But it's like the only mode of transportation if you don't want to spend a ton of money on taxis and you don't have a car.
Right.
So,
Uber.com.
What .com?
Uber.
Oh, I thought you said Roundabout.
That's a subside of a Roundabout.
yeah.
Uber means about. So, or something. I don't know.
No.
Yeah, it does actually.
Yeah, no.
So
Yeah,
Over, yeah.
close. Over, whatever.
Over. You're basically saying Roundabout game is the Uber game, right?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. Alright, that's enough. We gave them enough.
That's good.
Bullshit. I better get at least 8 copies of that game.
You apparently bought that many.
It was like 3.
Thousands.
Oh my gosh. Do we have anything else?
Anyone?
Pets related.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, it's been about 55 minutes, you know?
We're gonna have some half days, some semi-full days tomorrow.
Yeah, you
I
know.
could just like plug a LP thread that I was keeping up on for.
No. I'm just kidding. Go for it.
It's
It
a
was
Roundabout.
like a Dead Space 2 LP by this guy like Saigon Time ND or something.
Okay.
But
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that, like I really like it because like the guy does all kinds of funny little audio edits and stuff. Like when he gets sucked out into space, he muffles his own audio.
Oh,
Really?
that's kind of neat.
And like all the elevators have this blaring elevator music,
Was it Saigon Time MD?
something like that.
I mean-
I'm pretty sure it is.
Let me see if I can look it up real quick. It's on SA.
Yeah.
Um,
Like he's been updating it frequently, but I really liked it when I was catching
okay.
up on it.
Cool. If I had any fucking internet at this goddamn hotel, which I love,
Roundaboutgame.com.
The two-way mirrors.
Dead Space 2.
I was going to say that Mike is
Yeah,
right
like
behind the
walk
painting you
like the
almost smashed.
everyone's walking the necromorph. Does play Dead Space 2 or something like that.
It's not on page 1, not on page
It
2.
shouldn't be on page. Like it shouldn't be.
Oh god, the podcast is crashing! It's spiraling out of control!
Gas chamber, maybe?
I was put there 15 minutes ago.
That means he's unbanned. He can repost.
Yeah. Thanks, G-Op.
Geop, what a fool.
No, seriously, Bangaming.
Oh, come on, page 7? It's not even on? Does this LP exist?
It does. I would just say just search for it. Like use the
Nobody
your
uses
search.
Give us a YouTube name. That's what everyone does now.
Necromorph.
something awful.
Match titles. Go, go, go!
Anyone else have anything?
No,
Let me just pick up my phone here. Get me low tax. Yes, here we go. Finally. It is, everybody welcome to Necromorph. It is by Saigon Time MD.
Okay.
You didn't believe him?
And his YouTube channel is Who Cares? Go to something awful.
Nice.
It's also, I don't even see where the fuck these updates are. Shit.
Have you tried the original post?
Oh yeah, like his.
No,
I
that's
think that, I think the
Yeah.
OP like links to individual posts because he also has some like little extra
Oh, yeah.
links to stuff in them.
Oh, there we go. The videos, yes. And then it links to another post, which is
Yeah.
on Dead Space Wikia.
Oh no, that shouldn't like that. Like those are like a little bonus extra.
God.
Speaking of Dead
Like
Space,
you-
how about this
like,
podcast
rather
right now?
Read Craigslist, hurry!
rather than posting rather than text dumping all the text dumps in the game, he just links to the Dead Space wiki where they have them all.
You want to hear the most killing thing about that after all that research? You know what his fucking YouTube name is? Saigon Time MD.
Yeah.
After all that research.
After all that desperate research. All right.
13 people read an essay.
Thank you for that plug next time, 000.
Yes.
Does anybody else have anything they want to plug?
GYCL, Sport Esports.
GYCL Esports. All right.
Support esports.
Absolutely. Support.
Wear jorts.
Support Yoko.
Oh no.
Yoki Cookie.
Cookie.
Yoki Cookie. I can't fucking speak today.
Let's play today.
Is it you're saying Yoshi's Cookie too hard? They had to shorten it.
It's esports. I don't know.
Esports,
Okay.
yeah.
Esports.
Something about.
That's why you call it like LOL instead of League of Legends.
Well, because
Yeah, lol,
Yeah.
right?
Well, that also
lol.
means the laugh out loud.
Not when you're playing League of Legends, motherfucker.
How
No one
Don't you
moles
get
laughs
confused?
during the
Serious
game.
fucking
I
business.
remember someone seeing a picture of saying that their grandma thinks LOL means lots of love, and so they were just posted the LOL to someone in tons of casts and stuff in a hospital.
It really means League of Legends.
Hope you get better soon. Here's a copy of League of Legends.
Anything else, or is that a wrap?
I think that's a wrap.
All right.
I think tomorrow, preview of tomorrow, what we're planning, besides going home?
I'm getting the fuck out of here. No, I might stop in very briefly tomorrow, honestly. I don't know.
I got a late flight out, so I'll be chilling, probably playing games.
Yeah, my wife...
Might flex the old Battletoads muscles a bit.
My wife's leaving for China.
Your wife is leaving?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I can't find her anymore. No. For work. So, I gotta get back to spend Sunday with her, and then I'm back to my stupid fucking job in a world where no one wants my own. Did that even come through on the mic? I doubt it. Anyway, that's the Necromorph. All right, everybody. We are Slow Beef.
Rick.
Diabetus.
Psychedelic Eyeball.
Drastic Actions.
Zellus. Next time, 000.
Dog.
Woof.
The other French guy.
Kabanaw.
KFJ.
TurboC.
Signing out. Have a great PAX, everybody.
That's right.
That's right.
Set the rights.
Roundabout.org.
Yeah.
Go.
Let me organize your roundabout, good sir.
And